Welcome everyone, welcome guys, good morning everyone. Let's go guys, how's it going? How are you today? Welcome chat, good morning chat. How you doing chat today? We just had 30 minutes ago our retail sales data. Welcome guys, good morning everyone. Retail sales data came out much lower than expected at 0.2 instead of 0.6, which we'll have to see what kind of federal funds rate press conference do we get, because simply there's 99% chance to see a pause in terms of the rate, so they're going to remain the same. But the most important part guys is the press conference. How you doing? Good morning everyone. Hope you have a great time guys. Hope you enjoy fellas. This is gonna be an exciting week. We actually pumped, right? Let me just share with you. So we're back here into the trading. We actually pumped with the movement today. But we're gonna do a quick 5 micro short
Order
here.
filled.
Quick 5 micro short here. Back to this point. We're on the trading already guys. We are shorting 5 micros. Looking forward to it. This is a copy traded account. Stop loss exactly above. And now the stop loss on our entry. We're trailing the stop loss a little bit. Good morning everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How you doing fellas? How do you enjoy chat? Exactly, we had a solid pump. And now we also had a nice movement after the retail sales came out. Probably the market is hunting aggressively a dovish press conference. So that's the most important part. I'm gonna be out here.
Order
I don't
filled.
like the way it sits around $74 quick. Scalping. Here's the CMA group guys. This is the FedWatch tool in terms of the federal rate. Let me just bring it on a bigger size. What we got here basically on 19th of March. It is expected basically to keep the same targets, which means to pause. 99% expect basically we're going to remain on 425, 450 basis points, which is the current rate, right? So it's not changing anything. That's the way it's expected, 99%. On 7th of May, when it's going to be the next meeting, you're having 75% to keep the same levels, but then on June, things will change. The dominant is to decrease basically the basis points, to have a cut on the federal rate. 56% right now expect that. However, these things will change as we get closer, of course. However, the 99% is probably going to stick with us. It's definitely not a guarantee of 100%, but it's 99. Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Quick scalp out here with the possibilities, of course, for the markets to play around with the fellas. Yeah, a nice opportunity here in the London session today with the markets. Look at the 15-minute candles. I mean, continuous pumping on the 15 minutes we had today. it was a very, very easy time of trading any long with a decent stop loss and well managed made money, right? So anyone trading longs today on the London is actually very probably hitting the targets. Great time, amazing time out here. Once again, guys, retail sales much lower than expected. 0.2 compared to 0.6, which is a big number out there in disadvantage. Now, it is a situation that should incline for a press conference from the FOMC in a dovish stance. That's exactly what the markets are searching right now. That's exactly it. Welcome, guys. Hey, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening. We got fellas from all over the place, from all over the world. Hope you have a great Monday and a beautiful start of the week. This is gonna be a Monday to Friday live stream trading show. We're already approaching a stage where I'm definitely enjoying at a high level doing this streams. And we're gonna take the market slowly right now. There's 20 minutes to go till the opening. A very important thing is the possibility here for the breakout, guys. Look at that. We did add a very strong supply here built around this stage. We do have the 1 hour 200 EMA, but then the resistance here sitting on the supply is basically the 750s is what it matters. Another very important detail is how we broke out of the downtrending resistance line and we reconfirmed support twice on that, which is a very strong bullish signal. No surprise, London session today delivered on top of that. So basically it confirmed previous patterns in terms of technical analysis of the price action alone. What's happening on the other assets are also things we're going to discuss today and enjoy. Welcome, Oliver. Oliver, welcome, guys. Welcome from all over the place, all over the world. This is going to be a very nice stream. Slowly we're catching up. Make sure to like the video, guys. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Have that bell that is ringing turn on because we're starting 30 minutes before the market opens every single day. Every day we're streaming, sharing knowledge, discussing, enjoying, and having a great time together. So let's see what's happening on the other markets as well. What's happening on Nvidia? Pre-market opening above 200 EMA. That is aggressive. That is very aggressive, guys. If Nvidia opens on 123 and then it starts running, that's gonna be a very good possibility for Nasdaq to close above 20,000. Yep. A bullish scenario exactly portrays that. BTC survived throughout the weekend around 83,000 with the usual volatility. So Bitcoin is as expected, but then the US dollar is right here in the lows with the possibilities of breaking below and DXY continuing towards the 100s is going to shake the markets. US gold is, it just broke out the all-time high and then it sits around that level. So nothing spectacular at the moment. S&P 500 is the big deal here with the possibilities for a strong move back into the 200 EMA, but that's going to take time. We're speaking about 200 points here. This is not going to happen over the night. Sure, let me know, Fernando, your question. Tesla is opening very closely to where we had our Friday closing. Interesting times out here. Apple as well, pretty much following these patterns. So Nasdaq, what's happening in the 5-minute? Might be retesting this levels here a little bit. So I'm just gonna go
Order
another
filled.
quick short here with a nice stop loss over there.
Order
this is
filled.
just gonna follow a little more contracts.
Order filled.
11 contracts are playing quite tight, 10 points on the loss side, and then with a target that looks decent, guys. That's an opportunity right there. That's a really an opportunity. We're 11 micros short right now. Good chance here to break below.
Order filled.
Right, so Fernando, to your question, first, congratulations for your payout. Now, you have to consider the consistency for your second cycle reset, right? So whatever trades you start doing will be part of the new consistency you will have to respect. That has nothing to do with the consistency and trades you had in the previous cycle. Each payout resets the consistencies. So now you have to make $3,000 minimum and respect 20% consistency while making this money. Nothing to do with the previous cycle. That's how consistency works. Good time, everyone. How's it going? How do you enjoy? Looks like we've
Order
been just
filled.
nicely squeezed out before the market
Order
is
filled.
playing another round with us. We're gonna look for the retest here on the 20s. I guess the market is just gonna chop between this levels.
Order filled.
13 micros. Till the market opens for much bigger numbers, and then of course we gotta decrease the risk level. This is not possible. 13 micros. Thank you guys for joining, and thank you guys for sharing your feedback. Come on, you want to press that little button out there. I might just get something out here partially, right?
Order filled.
Just as I did. Work around the stop loss to my entry. Work around that one to my entry. Get out with another 4.
Order filled.
Right, so what if we nicely break below a little bit? Retest 7.5, 7.05. I'm gonna nicely trail the stop loss and look for the stronger movement here. Recovered something out of the previous loss. That's a good 4 micros position. 14 minutes to go, guys, till the market opening on a beautiful Monday. As usually, all the days are supposed to be beautiful. If they're not by the nature of themselves, then we have to make them great. That's our job. When we deal with such situation, that's why we are here together. Let me get out of this trade, guys. I mean, let me get out of this trade. If it chops, obviously that level holds, and then you're getting back to 740s. Still, we're speaking about small numbers out here, so I'm not gonna rush anything. We're gonna sit in this trade and enjoy. Do you expect a big pump today? It's hard to say a big one. We could expect a big pump basically at a time we clearly have more details during the speech from the press conference and statement of the FOMC on Wednesday, guys. That's going to be the big deal. It is expected from the Federal funds rate to have a pause. So no cuts as a possibility and expected level. It's 99%. That's what they're expecting basically. 0 cuts at this time. But this could be a little more. Let me just get out 2 extra contracts
Order
here.
filled.
We're speaking about a support that we're dealing with. And leave the rest by also trailing the stop loss like that. Might just squeeze a little below that previous low and enjoy ourselves. This is the way we're going to handle this trade, guys. This is the way we're going to handle. This could be a nice bullish week, especially in the way we have started. We will talk about Monday highs instead of talking about Monday lows like we were talking so far. Bunch of massive Monday lows and deep ones that we had to deal with. I'm out here, guys. I'm gonna manually
Order
exit.
filled.
Actually, the stop loss has been touched, but we have nicely recovered everything that was in minus. Everything that was in minus, we have been nicely recovering that. Good stuff. Hard to expect big pumps during the market situation, even though I do expect basically strong movements to the upside soon. The moment of a such thing is very difficult, as we already know. That's what trading is, to be discussed. But the way these charts are looking, they are preparing. The 4-hour candlesticks looks very good. Very good, guys. So the 4-hour candlesticks, if it breaks out today, it has 40 minutes, the current candle. We could spike easily above 20,000, easily. And then we talk about a different language. We're going to speak about targets correlated with a 200 EMA. So that's going to be around 800. And that's a good opportunity for the traders that enjoy speaking about longs to be part of such pump. Make sure to smash that like video, guys. Enjoy. And we got less than 10 minutes to go till the market opening. Less than 10 minutes to go. Let's look into the cryptocurrencies for a few. Look at the Ethereum, guys. Heavily manipulated in the price action. 1,900. Sits below 2,000. Enjoys the liquidity. Right now, people jump on 50x leverages on all sorts of exchanges. And then they are going to be smashed quite easily. Big players are gonna enjoy all that volume. What a fake market here in the past 7 days, kept it right below the 2000s. We'll see the way it plays out, of course. BTC looks much better. Let me have the CRSI indicator here, guys. I'd like to show you something. And then once you see that, you tell me. So we go to the daily 1-day candlesticks. Look at this, guys. Let me take my highlighter. Look at this. It's clear. It's lower lows on the price section. But look at the indicator. It's higher lows. So this is clearly a divergence. A massive divergence on the daily. A massive divergence on the daily. So a press conference that portrays a clear rate cuts for the upcoming meetings can easily send BTC above 90 grand. Easily. And then once it breaks out of this level, which is a downtrending resistance line of a correction phase we have been going through, we break out of that stage, we're opening the doors to take some liquidity and retest basically the highs. And then that's the time we could expect something stronger from the altcoins. But look at the massive divergence on the daily, which is an important time frame, guys. These time frames are not going to be missed. And this is the stuff around. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. This is the stuff around the BTC world. Let's get back to the Nasdaq and have a quick look into the markets. Continuing its movements and retests, and obviously at this time it is impossible to trade. Obviously we have to look forward a much better period, especially there is about 6 minutes to go till the market opens, and that's the time we're gonna have the opportunity to deal with some good volatility. Do not forget about the 35% discount basically for the Ticktick trader. The link is in the description area and the code is Scrambo at checkout. All the accounts are discounted excluding the 250k Zenit. This is not discounted, but all the other three are discounted. Obviously the best ratio in terms of the price and payout is located on the 150k. This is instantly funded. You're already funded when you buy this. You don't need to go through challenges. You're already funded and you're good to go from there. Link is in the description area and code is right there, Scrimbo at the checkout for the maximum discount. Always available and existent. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Look at the Nasdaq looking for holding the 400s here. But you definitely don't want to have exposure during the openings on a Monday, when you also have some retail sales that are looking ugly compared to the forecast. And this is, you know, it has generated so far throughout the entire day a strong bullish reaction. So we had numerous situations in the past couple of weeks after a strong London, good reaction on the bullish side from the economical news of the day, from the major ones. We have been dumping on the US opening. You're going to have a connection by having everything throughout the entire day green, and that's going to be the day you're going to do 700, 800, 1000 points. Because the 1000 point day is not just a dream. The 1000 point day is basically going to happen. I'm afraid that such day is going to mess all the consistency for some guys out there that are missing to exit by keeping the numbers close to each other. Consistency it should not be a problem for anyone, guys, on this props, because simply you close your profitable days very close to each other, and you should calculate from the beginning. So you should organize your winning days from the beginning by knowing this is how much I want to make today, this is how much I want to make tomorrow based on what I made yesterday, and keeping those numbers close. Yeah, shiny paladin, indeed, the first cycle of payout is harder. Indeed, correct. But then you only have to do 3,000, obviously, so the first cycle represents 5%. That's how much it represents, 5%. Which means on a 150k account, it is 7,500. That's what you have to do in the first cycle. That's what you also have a max loss, the same level, it's 1-to-1. The second cycle, you have to produce just $3,000. Is just compared to the 7,500. Sometimes, guys, even $100 can be a lot. Even $100 can be a lot. I'm, perfectly aware in terms of exposing yourselves against, or towards the markets, and exposing yourselves towards unnecessarily risk is most of the time triggering those losses. So 3 minutes to go, guys, and we got the opening. very, very enthusiastic to be here with you. We are gonna enjoy our drink today on the TT Trader, cup. Usual green tea, the usual tea that gives me sufficient energy to and ability to focus to handle the markets. Looks like we're looking for the opening on the 700, so wouldn't exclude any crazy move here, any crazy move there. To the both sides, the openings most of the time are nonsense volatility and movements hard to predict and deal with. So if your balance reaches, yes, Lucas, you take a payout, it goes back to 154,500. Your drawdown is going to remain, it will not trail. Again, it's going to remain at the base balance, which is 150k. Drawdown never moves above the base balance. It never moves above the base balance. It remains, so it do not trains until 157,500. Remains at the base balance 150k. If you asked if it trails when you're below 157,500 the first cycle, then of course it trails. But once you got your first payout, you should already be at 150k with your max loss. Exactly. It never crosses 150k. It never crosses your base balance. That's where your max loss remains. Stronger movements right now. 1 minute to go, guys. Stronger, really stronger movements here. A lot to go for this 4 hours. So this is what I care in terms of the closings. 4 hours. This is where the stronger bullish move should happen. 15-minute might look noisy, but that's not the biggest deal, guys. 15-minute can look at this moment pre-market in any way. Things will change. 30 seconds to go, guys. 30 seconds before we get triggered. Be careful. Be careful on the opening. Be careful even with 20, 30, 41 hour after the opening. A lot of the accounts are lost during those moments. 10 seconds to go, everyone. 10 seconds to go. And here we got the opening bell of the market. Let's have a quick look right here. What's happening with this one? An opportunity here to take more liquidity. Depends what it wants. The market definitely looks forward to seeing some rate cuts. It will not enjoy any form of economical weakness. It will definitely not enjoy that.
Order filled.
We're gonna work around the single micro here, guys. It's not much, right? Single micro with a possibility to add more.
Order filled.
2 micros long. 2 micros long with a stop loss right below this candle. Simply, if the markets continue down, I'm obviously not willing to. But that's the beautiful reaction there. Look at that, guys. Look at that beautiful reaction.
Order
Adding more
filled.
to this, we're sitting on 3 contracts.
Order filled.
Even more to this, we're sitting on 6 contracts. The stop loss is very tight. Look at that. Let's go for it, guys. It's a beautiful opportunity. Good opportunity here. For 2 more green candles like that of 1 minute. It's also a good ratio between the stop loss and the take profit. $50 points to go. That's a good one. Moving the stop loss higher. That's a beautiful one, guys. Moving the take profit a little bit higher.
Order filled.
Sold 2 contracts, so exited partially. Did exit it partially. That's a nice pump on the opening. Breakout above 800s is on the table. We've sold some contracts out there, and we're still letting this one ride. Continue. Hitting the take profit at that level would secure us around $1,000 totally already. And that would be great. Certainly would be great. Looks great so far, guys. Good morning, everyone. For those of you especially that join a little later, we're starting our live stream with 30 minutes before the market opens. And that's where we are so far, in a good trade, in a good position here. Had a perspective of a possible bullish reaction, but on the 1 minute, we did head here a downtrending resistance line on the trend. Let me share with you. So we could easily say and confirm we did have this specific level. And now what we should know is if the market is retesting this line and if it holds, then we're going to go higher if it holds. If it's not, obviously, you got to be out. But that level could be a nice perspective towards an entry. A retest of the line we broke. If it happens. It's a good chance if it happens, technically. 15 minute looks beautiful. 15 minute in the way it sits right now. Obviously, it wants to continue. Above the previous high that has been made. Above that one. Any closing above 35, guys, is very strong. Any closing above 35 is really strong. This is the way we're gonna handle this trade. Good stuff around. Very close to the top here on 777. The lucky number. I'm gonna ask you a question today, chat. I'm gonna ask you a question. Let me just go to the 4 hour. Look at the 15 minute about a breakout. So the 4 hour question is gonna be, with the 4 hours, I saw the level we care about, so the question is going to be correlated with the 20,000s. Are we going to touch 20,000s today? What do you guys think about? I've asked you the question in the chat. Let me know, guys, in the pool. Nice long, look at that beautiful movement. We're close to breakout on the 800s. We broke out of the previous high and we're collecting some liquidity here. I'm gonna sell 2 contracts here, guys.
Order filled.
Sold 2 contracts. Sold 2 contracts and increasing basically the other 2 that are left. Thank you. That's a beautiful movement so far. Beautiful 1 minute close. Let's go with the fireworks very, very soon, guys. Let's go with the fireworks. This is where we're going to set the stop loss, guys. Look at that. This is the way we're dealing with this trade. Tighten that 1 minute candle. If it wants to reverse back to the previous top that we had before the opening, I'm going to be already out. Any of these two options are great for me.
Order filled.
Beautiful, great. $891. This is gonna end with fireworks. What a great time. What a great trade here, guys. That was just nice. Really, really. Beautiful. That time to celebrate. Be ready for the fireworks. Exactly. Time to celebrate with emojis, with stuff like that. Chat. Let's go, chat. Let's take the energy higher. Come on. Let's go, guys. Markets, you know, can easily fly from here. Fly aggressively. Look at the Nvidia. Obviously, it is dipping a little bit after the opening. Just to revisit certain levels, but then simply Nasdaq is totally different. Totally different. Good opportunity here. If we get it. Good opportunity there if we get it. $891. Be ready for the fireworks. We are ready always for the fireworks. It's just that the markets and my technical analysis to deliver. Yeah, we delivered today. Had a good understanding. Had a good watch today of the markets. Hope you enjoy, guys. $891. That's a good way. This was copy traded. It's a leader account. That's why you see it's a leader in +1 minutes. We have another account that is copying. This is the follower account. We have 894 here. And then we also have the third account that I'm trading, and that's just, you know, alone. Yeah, it was a great trade. Look at that, guys. So we got into $696 we had a contract, 700s we had another contract, 711, and then we sold a lot around 90. That's where I started selling. I also sell a portion earlier, 790, so about 80 to 90 points. 80 to 90 points. Look at a massive pump, guys. 80 to 90 points, even with micros, good money can be made. That's a good level we have reached in this trade. And look at that 15-minute candle, massive pump. BTC is reacting to. DXI is pretty slow, but that's expected. Gold is doing nothing. I mean, gold did the breakout to the all-time high. Now it's time to let the other markets perform. The S&P 500 is importantly breaking out of the same structure here. We had a flat top and we're converting above, and now you're actually opening the door for massive movements. Back to the gap here, guys. Back to the gap. 86% of the people consider we are breaking above 20,000 today, guys. You are expecting a massive rally today. So far, it's being delivered. So far, we got on 840s, 850s. What a massive pump for the 15-minute candle. That's huge, guys. This is huge. The only one which is missing right now, the pump after the opening, is Nvidia. Yet it did manage to work around on London session quite nicely. It had a strong opening. BTC probably is going to break out of this 84 structure and run towards 85, 86, 87, take the whole market with it. Tesla as well did open lower, but it's gonna recover this whole thing. Really, really good perspective, guys. That's how you start a good trading day. $891 confirmed so far. No active positions at the moment. It's you know, pretty hard to trade because you can always get in such movements 30-40 point retracements, and you don't want to FOMO, so you need a market structure that looks friendly. And this is how the 1 minute looks, guys. This is crazy to trade. Crazy to trade. Once again, let me attach the link to the chat for those of you that would like to trade on Ticktick Trader, the place I'm trading, an instant funded prop firm. They've been around for 3 years already. Let me pin the message I posted on chat, guys. That's the link right there. You can have with the code Scramble for those of you that would like to grab your accounts. You're ready to go. They have a lot of the offers starting from 50, 100, 100k accounts, including the 250k, but that's not discounted. So the 35 discount in terms of percent, 35% comes very nicely with the 150k. This is straight to funded, right? So you don't go through challenges and stuff like that. You're funded and you can make money from the beginning. Once you hit your payout threshold, which is 5% of the account size, and that's depending on the account you're dealing with, just like the max loss, which is 5%, you're speaking about a payout request possibility, right? Look at that, guys. I mean, I'm having obviously a thought around any market minor retracement and dip we're gonna get today is gonna be heavily bought up. The only thing that we actually care about is obviously which are those levels that we're expecting to react. Shorting right now is a disaster. Even if you would expect basically 20, 30, 50 points decrease, I'm gonna be, you know, telling you it's not worth for me to position myself against the dominant energy of the market, which is something I'm suggesting to all my viewers. It's clearly who dominates the market. It's clearly who has the force and power. It's just like we had on the London session. We also have basically the news in terms of the way you know, the retail sales came out 0.2% with the expected rate on 0.6. It's a massive gap right there. Even though rates are not going to be probably are not going to be moved around, it's going to be a pause. So therefore we care about the FOMC statement plus the FOMC press conference. These are the two things we really care about. That's where we're going to see a hawkish or a dovish instance. That's where we're going to see what is expected for the future. Do they fear market weakness or do they fear market inflation? These are the two very important things that we will care about discovering. Like the Fed Watch tool kind of indicates a 99% pause in the rate cuts on the 19th of March. And then for the 7th of May as well, we are having a prediction of 75% rate pause. You know, right now it's 425, 450 basis points. They're expecting basically to keep it at that level. But then on 18th of June, right? So throughout the summer, it is expected basically to have rate cuts. 57% goes for rate cuts, including for July as well. So there are basically at least 2 rate cuts expected in a genuine way this year. That's something that could trigger for the crypto market a massive movement, which can lead into an altcoin season, guys, for those of you which are in the crypto space. That rejection right there on 829, that's something could be, that's something, you know, that's why you need discipline, guys, because, you know, during the way the candle was shaping, that looked like an opportunity of short with the rejection above the wick, but it's definitely not an opportunity of short in the way things are ending in a such market environment and context. This can easily run through everything right now and just smash all the shorts that have been going crazy in the past couple of weeks with all the trades, with everything they did. They pretty much made money in all the scenarios. So I wouldn't mind at all to see a recovery like this, and you just nicely form a reversed mountain. That's something very, very lovely. Let's find out more on the openings. We got the daily, weekly openings. Look at the monthly openings and the yearly opening, guys. Monthly on 21,000. That's crazy, guys. We need about 1,200 points, so depends what does the FOMC does. How are they going to deal with that? If you remember earlier during the stream, I told you we care about this 4-hour closing. There is 11 minutes to go, guys, on the candlestick. This 4-hour closing is very important. It has to close strong, just like it is right now. Just like previous closing on this 4-hour located around 670, so further away. We're gonna do more trades. We're gonna be out here performing as long as we have opportunities, of course. We're gonna do more trades as long as we get the opportunity. Revisiting here the 756. The previous top we had 777, that one. Interesting scenario. So a limit order here. $55.
Order filled.
We're testing it out. We're testing it out on 3 micros. Another decent limit order on 742 I'm gonna set. 742. 2 more contracts. If it wants to deep stronger.
Order filled.
Has been filled. Wow, look at the markets. Look at the markets. They are strongly moving to the downside right now. Nvidia as well totally denied everything. Interesting spot here, guys. Real interesting spot here. But we do have our 5 contracts, which is sufficient. Sufficient to make the money that is needed to be made. To make the money that is needed to be made. Might be looking for a nice push back to the top right now, so I am ready to monetize it. Might be looking for a nice movement back to the 900s. It's a good one so far. We're gonna use some more limit orders if that's the case. 739. $739, another limit order right there. If we get a chance to touch that, I'm gonna be happy DCAing a little more. That's a beautiful move right there, preparing the fireworks. Preparing the fireworks. I'm gonna exit out of 2 contracts
Order
here.
filled.
And work around the stop loss on my entry, guys. Work around the stop loss with my entry, and then the take profit has been increased. Good trade, chat. It's a really good trade, chat. 67% consider we're gonna touch the 20,000 today. That's another 200 points from here. We need a very strong breakout, guys, to get there. And a continuous session in the same direction, non-stop. Feeling pretty comfortable into this trade. Feeling pretty comfortable with it. Yep, we're on fire, guys. We're on fire today. We're printing. It's a good time, chat. It's a really good time. We are printing. I got my fireworks ready to go. Let's see if the markets would like to see the fireworks here. We do have a form of minor resistance at the 800s, but the strength is real. The strength is real. We did this nice correction, basically. Everyone that FOMO'd into a nice long after the market pump and expecting insane numbers without exiting with the correction we had just a few minutes ago, right? From 846 down to 727. That's like 120 points. It's a lot. Trailings have been touched, so the markets can nicely run back. They're re-entering right now. We're using their force to touch our targets. Now that 1 minute is ugly. That 1 minute is ugly if it closes like that. But let's see. Let's see. If it turns green, if it runs, look at that. Beautiful. Let's go, guys. Let's go, chat. Let's go, chat. Great time. Great time we got out here. About to go for 840s, 839, about to go. I'm basically selling another contract
Order filled.
here. I sold another contract over there. So we're sitting on 2. And I'm gonna go buy on 770s another DC8 back into this. With the previous high that we made. Beautiful, guys. That's a beautiful one. Exactly at the reaction point right there. Great stuff. That's the way to go. 993 has been secured so far. With a 519 extra if we get to the target. That's gonna hit basically the target for this 2 accounts. It's copy traded here. right? So the trading runs on the other account as well, on the follower account.
Order
We're adding
filled.
one more contract here, guys. We're adding one more contract. And we can nicely decrease basically the target that way. I only need 1,500 here. So 832, that's about 25 points from here to go. 25 points here to go. In such situation, in such trade, if I would be in a situation where 2,500 or $5,000 would be needed, you can leave these trades open to run a little more. Because they do have the patterns of nice market continuation expected for the day with continuous squeezings and retracements consisting 50 to 70 points on average. We just did that. DCAing one more contract here, guys. With a stop loss about 220 bucks in loss, $600 for the profit. That's looking good for me for the moment. That looks acceptable for me. We're not gonna go with the break even. At this point, we would be very, very close to the price section. $25 points to go. We are having 5 micros long here with a nice possibility of making money in this one. Looks good so far. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. We're streaming from Monday to Friday, trading live on Ticktick Trader, instant funding prop firm. No challenges, so you're making money from the beginning. I'm gonna sell 2 contracts if we get back to my entry, right? So I'm gonna decrease the sizes. We might go a little bit lower. I don't have an issue with that. As soon as, you know, we're very close here to my entry, I'm gonna get rid of 2 contracts there. And adjust things a little bit different. However, we might reject at this point, just like we did a couple of minutes ago, and go for the target, 825, guys. You know, here it would be lovely here to DCA once again, but I guess we got sufficient micros. It's not worth to overexpose ourselves.
Order
I
filled.
sold 2 contracts. Sold 2 contracts. And we're looking forward doing some micromanagement on this specific trade. Sold 2 more
Order
here.
filled.
We're having a single micro. This is the one that's left, so we are having a single micro here. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, guys. Hope you're having a great time.
Order filled.
Adding 2 more micros to this one with a pretty tight stop loss. Have to work around it somehow here with a stop loss. Could be a nice micro double bottom here holding. If not, we gotta be out. We gotta be out otherwise. Failed holding on 776 right there. And now could squeeze, right? That's the thing, because now it could squeeze.
Order filled.
2 more here. We have DC'd. We're back into 5 micros. We are back into 5 micros. With a stop loss below the current candle, guys.
Order filled.
2 more, we're getting 7. With a stop loss below the current green candle. Playing it tight, this should be the candlestick holding and delivering. Should be the one holding and delivering. Otherwise, obviously, I have to be out. That's what we need, guys. $622 bringing us to 1,500. That's basically... that would be sufficient for the day, 1,500 on this 150k accounts. If you want to respect consistency with 7,500 payout, consistency of 20%, then this level is great. This is the 1 minute candle that we actually need to be quite strong. We cannot afford not to deliver in this candle. Look at that. Time to reject again. Time to reject again. Yeah, it's an opportunity here, guys. It's definitely an opportunity to deal with those longs. Look at the market. Look at the market right now. Two more contracts here. We're sitting on 9. Taking my take profit a little bit lower. We only need $600. We only need that. One minute has to close above 44. That's a good 1 minute closing. Come on. This one. Now you want to push. You want to go with the momentum. You have a nice gap there. A short-term fair value gap that you're going through right now. 791. We are gonna find it out, guys. We're gonna find it out. How does it look like? We are gonna find out. If there is an ugly 1 minute rejection here, I'm gonna obviously unload some of the contracts. Come on, beautiful. Look at that, guys. Beautiful. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. I'm gonna sell 2 contracts here.
Order filled.
Take my profit a little bit higher.
Order
2 more
filled.
contracts over there. So 1,041. I need about $500. Stop loss is gonna be to my entry. We need 798. That's what we need. 798. If the 1 minute closes ugly, gotta be out.
Order filled.
We're $1,054 in profit in this one. That's good, guys. That's good. And that's good to be proud of. 1,054. Wasn't an easy trade at all, with all the opportunities, with all the movements. Good job, good job. Good job, buddy. Another opportunity here, of course,
Order
in the
filled.
lows. If it wants to hold, we're just going 2 micros with a, you know, retest. There is a 1 minute trending line here, guys, that we got to keep in mind. And we might get a breakout out of it, right? This one, guys. If we get a breakout out of this, it's going to move nicely. Look at that. Beautiful entry here. Stop loss is going to be set below. And a take profit over there. $50 for the loss, $400 for the profit. That's the ratio we're going in. That's the ratio we're going with. For the breakout, we need to cross 790s. That's what we need to cross for the breakout, 790s. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. This looks like a good opportunity once again. A very good opportunity here for a stronger movement into re-verifying that top on 845. Nvidia is as well looking for confirming here on support. I could add to this a little more, right? And I just added
Order filled.
an extra contract, guys, here. Only need about $450 to achieve the max profit. And I'm not gonna lose in this trade as we're moving to break even. This is an opportunity. It's not really deserving at all to be in a loss out of such chance. So it's either make it or break it. 50 points, come on. 2 strong 1 minute candles, guys. Look at that. We're testing the breakout right now. We actually broke out, but it depends how does the 1 minute closes, right? So it has not been confirmed yet. S&P 500 is going to verify the top. Probably it's going to break out and the market runs. Nasdaq is going to break out of this specific 121.4 top. Just like that. We need the 1 minute closing here. 10 seconds to go, guys. You don't want to have a doji there. You don't want to have a doji there. Wow. Big volatility here, guys. Big volatility. So I'm going to leave my numbers. Massive reaction. Massive, massive. We could trail. We could DCA right now and trail above the wick we just had. Honestly. This could be wild. Hope you're having a great time, chat. Hope you're having a great time and enjoy your day, the starting of the week, with all the nice things in the upcoming days, especially on Wednesday, FOMC. 200 points per minute. 20 points to go, guys, and we're touching the targets, and I have to run through the fireworks again. Run through the fire of the fireworks. That's a great feeling.
Order filled.
I sold 2 contracts there, guys. Sold 2 contracts. Today we're doing a bunch of micromanagement and handling these trades in a total different way. As you can see, we are securing profits non-stop and working around break-even spots, so risk-free type of trading. 1,283 secured. Which is good. Really reliable and highly performant. Look at that. I still gotta trade my 3rd account. Still gotta trade my 3rd account for today. No trades have been executed on that one so far. I'm out
Order
here
filled.
for the moment, guys. $1,317 secured. And that deserves fireworks for the entire way of how we managed the situation. Unrisking, DCAing at some point as well, working with a break even, being most of the time under risk-free conditions. If you got about 80% of your trades that you're opening risk-free, it is impossible not to be profitable, and I'm speaking about even on personal account. Of course, it depends basically how much do you lose on your 20% that are not risk-free situations. You just cannot lose on 90% of the account, right? Obviously. But still with a proper risk management, with a decent one, on 80% risk-free situation, you're having a good time on the profit side. So 1,317 on the first account, and the second account is 1,316. right? So 2 accounts here, totally 2,630s. This is the total profit for the day so far. We're still below the initial balance here with 1,100. But this week, like I told you on Friday, I'm looking forward earning above the initial balance between 1,000 to 2,000 will be great. So have to produce in the upcoming days, which are not going to be easy in terms of volatility. Thank you guys. That kills a lot of the people. Of course, risk management volatility kills the trades. Overexposure. You want to get to your target by having a movement of 8 points. So you just grab yourselves big contracts, and then if you're wrong, quite quickly you get wiped out. This is an opportunity here, guys. If that flat
Order
open
filled.
holds,
Order filled.
4 contracts here. This is, you know, the third account of 150k that I did not trade it today. That's a flat opening 1 minute, which if it holds, we're gonna nicely monetize this. Otherwise, I got a tight stop loss here, minus $100.
Order
What
filled.
an ugly sell-off. What an ugly sell-off on that one. So that's the size, that's the value. 80% risk-free. You're good to go with a decent risk management.
Order
Another
filled.
flat opening here. This is nuts. Right? This is nuts in the way they're doing it.
Order filled.
7 micros, guys. Beautiful. Come on. Strong impulse movement. 3 candles representing about 70, 80 points. Would be lovely. Oh, I just opened this trade on my... Let me get out of this, guys.
Order filled.
I just opened this trade on my leader account of copy trading, the one I traded today. I don't need to trade on this one. I actually need to trade on the other one. So 1,353, 1,348, made some extra dollars, but definitely not needing that risk.
Order
Opening
filled.
the trade here with a tight loss below.
Order filled.
6 contracts. Flat opening on the candle. Good opportunity here to break above 820s. Good opportunity. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take a shot here on 6 contracts.
Order
2 more
filled.
sitting on 8 contracts. Tight loss below. We're going to retest those highs. Certainly we're going to retest those highs on 845. The market is slowly grinding. Yeah, I see someone just dropped the message on our Discord community. So this means basically you have been doing micro scalping and your account has been paused for the day. And it's going to resume tomorrow. If you're trading during the opening, before the market opens with 5 minutes, and once the market opened in the first 5 minutes, so there is a segment of 10 minutes. During that segment of 10 minutes, if you're doing a trade that you do not let active at least 10 seconds, it's considered micro scalping. That's how it works at Ticktick Trader. So you must hold any of your trades minimum 10 seconds during that 10 minutes section. If you don't respect this rule, you're going to be paused for the day. That's an ugly sell-off.
Order filled.
3 extra contracts on that buyback. Let's find out more about this, guys. Are we holding this structure, going for the highs quickly, or simply we will visit? That's a beautiful 1-minute candle, guys. It's kind of clear that we do have a bunch of bulls running around here. We're retesting basically this point, right? It's the previous high we actually performed. As soon as we got a news. What kind of news? Well, the retail sales news that are much lower than expected, 0.2 compared to 0.6. A big distance and a gap for the economy. We'll have to see basically what's going to be the position of the FOMC chairman towards that. This is a green candle here. We need about 2 or 3 in a row, nicely engulfing the structure and pushing above 810. This could be an opportunity here. Adding
Order
2 more
filled.
contracts to this, guys. We're playing this on big numbers. We made good money on the other accounts, so if this long here do not becomes ugly, then we're gonna be fine with it. Speaking about a level that could nicely deliver some squeezing above this one, guys. Look at that. It's pressing, not the best looking so far, it's pressing. Let's find out if we get protection. There is still a form of buying pressure here on 70s, but that do not continues above 90s as of now. Let's find out more in this candle, guys. It's definitely not bearish as a chart. Two more contracts.
Order
We're sitting
filled.
on 15 micros. Wow, what a terrible sell-off. That was a very good looking 1 minute, guys. That was a very good looking 1 minute candle, guys. That totally transformed. Totally. I'm out
Order
here.
filled.
I am out here. Accepted about $550, $560 lost on this trade. Nah. That 1 minute should have delivered, so gotta be out over there and buy cheaper. Look at that. Gives me an opportunity here on 730, 725 probably. If we get a chance, we're gonna take it. 730s, we're gonna take it if we get a chance for that. Look at the 1 minute holding, guys, over there.
Order filled. Order filled.
Sitting in 10 micros long. Sitting in a good opportunity here.
Order filled.
15 micros long. We're gonna adjust as we run through. Let's go, guys. 1 minute here has a retest once again of the line we pretty much broke out. So we're supposed to convert this into support. $200 EMA is over there as well. 731, 200 EMA. Did not expect it to get back to 740s based on the last 1 minute that we had, guys. Definitely not. I expected that trending line basically to confirm itself. What a price section. Look at this, guys. What an ugly price section. This one has a tremendous risk to get into 680s, 660s, down to 640s. It's not really plausible out here. Although you might get this level holding you. Hello, buddy. Hello, Anton. We got 2 accounts traded nicely today. 1,353 on the first one. 1,350 on the second one. 2 copy traded. The third one is not in the best shape right now. But the first 2 are looking good for the day. Although we do offer an opportunity here for the market to react. On the 1 minute, it should mean something. Nvidia is just breaking, and it's breaking. Probably S&P is gonna deal with these levels again, which is what it wants to do. Gold is pumping. Gold is pumping nicely. $650 support here for the S&P. Let's find out more about it. Just like the 700 for Nasdaq, or just smashing through that, or we got a reaction here, guys. Terrible price action so far, but this is a good chance here on the 685, you know, for the other accounts for me to do a quick scalp. 2 contracts, buying through this 688. So then I can make my max profit here. If we get a chance here, I'll just slightly a little bit lower. I could digest a little long. Welcome, chat. How's it going? So 67% responded that we're gonna touch 20,000s today. 67% compared to 33. We're still 300 points away. We had a good starting, a good opening. Look at the S&P. Holds, guys. The S&P just squeezing below. It's a good sign. It's a good sign the market reacts with purpose. Not Nvidia is what we follow. We follow the chart of the S&P right now in consequence. It looks to make sense here. That's a very good 1 minute reaction.
Order filled.
2 contracts here on this retracement for my copy traded accounts. I need $150 here. That's all I need. So I need about 35 points. This should be a much better trade than the other one we got on the third account. A much better trade. Not adding anything to this one so far. Gonna leave it like this. S&P on the 5-minute obviously has a interesting situation of a market chopping here in the top. Almost ready a few times for the breakout, and it's not delivering it. And it's doing that till shakes sufficient people out, then it moves. 665 basically. Look at that. Crazy. 4 different tops have been stopped here. Imagine how many fellas out there longed this one very close to the top. And then with all the movement downwards as another round, they've been wiped out. 30 points, 25 points, adding
Order
one
filled.
more contract here, guys. I need about 100. So just decreasing my take profit sufficiently. 741 for the take profit for me to make the maximum, the highest one needed. If it's gonna look ugly, I'm gonna unload, of course. But that's a good opportunity over there. The problem is with the other account for sure. For the third account, which is definitely not looking that healthy at all. This one is in a much better condition. 1,300 is sufficient cushion for the day.
Order
Extra
filled.
little contract here, 4 contracts sitting on. Let's go for it. 735. Time to take this markets back. Time to get into that nice. Push this one back to the nice resistance you guys established here as a trend. Push this one back to that level. What an easy target should be, that one, chat. An easy target. That should be an easy target, chat. But the easy sometimes is actually the most difficult. S&P got stuck on 654, 655. We gotta cross that pretty quickly. There is no time to get a lower high there. No time for that. I'm sorry. You gotta move. Bitcoin slowly climbing. But it's not gonna do too much without the support. The other account is in danger, is in a massive danger. This one right now has a good opportunity for a shakeout. It's just that I gotta be careful here.
Order filled.
An extra long. An extra long. Have to decide how much am I willing to give back, basically. This could have been the squeezing below a, you know, a very good buying structure, but still. Nasdaq has crossed everything. This is, you know... I'm gonna play the stop loss here tight, giving back 328. Still should finish the day on this account above 1,000, so the copy trader accounts to be above 1,000 even if the stop loss hits. This is where the big deal happens. Well, that's a decent buying pressure. Even for the S&P, once again, guys, definitely there is a divergence happening right now. Let's go for the push, guys. $10. This should have been a very easy trade. I mean, we would have been in profit already if we would have traded this to the downside.
Order
and
filled.
The target has been touched, so we got 1,519. That deserves fireworks because we've made the total profit needed for the day here as max profit. 1,519 for this one, for the first one. The second one comes in on 516, so $3,000 secured here for the day. This one needs basically $900 and we're back to... But the big problem appears to be on the third account, which is not in the best shape. He had a good move, basically. The S&P can nicely get back to the top here, can very nicely get back to that level, and even continue and break above. That's how the Nasdaq is going to be positioned in an amazing shape. The new trending line here for Nasdaq is pretty much confirmed on a such shape. So nicely attacking that is going to give us comfort. Let's have a look into the 15-minute candlesticks pressure. Gold looks very good, guys, for a continuous market activity. Nvidia as well. The US dollar is the problem here, the EXI dumping. For those of you that are in longs, this is a very dangerous situation. Market continuation here could be heavily extended, basically, not only back to retest the lows on 103.2, but also further. Could nicely continue. Look at that, guys, on a strong daily closing here on the one-day candlestick. This is going to be quite terrible. Back to the hundreds, back to this point, back to that point would be nice. Discovering with that one some relief movement in the stocks, but also cryptos, BTC, altcoins, with a good speech and press conference statements around the FOMC with a dovish instance. That would be a great combination. Look at the gold. It's just ready, guys. Crazy. It's just ready for a new all-time high. Probably this week, of course, depends how this major news are going to play out, but this is just looking ready right now in the price action, guys. Tesla needs time basically to construct the low here, and then at some point, of course, it's going to resume the pumping. Even if it's just going to be a relief rally, it depends on a lot of things, of course, but you can nicely consider basically a reverse golden pocket at that level, or we could shape the golden pocket for a nice retest around the 400s. It's a good target. Back to the 200 EMA, blue line, which comes like this. And then you're confirming support in that, and you can rush through 490s. That's something, and that's gonna worth a lot for Tesla. It's a scenario which is having good probabilities. Moving above 200 EM. This is exactly what we got here on 212, right? So it was exactly the price section that we respected. We held it over there, 200 EMA, and since that we pretty much pumped to 490s. This was a move. It was wild. 56 days, 126%, guys. Madness. Total madness. $740s. Let's find out more on short-term 5-minute for S&P. Beautiful chart. Beautiful charting here. Five-minute looks great. Probably ready for another stronger move. We're very close to our entry here. I would have DCA'd nicely if I would have more room, but 15 micros are the most you can have on 150k. So I would have bought here, especially as soon as I see the conversion of 725. This is a great spot basically to DCA if you're considering it towards the longs. We gotta find a target here. Well, let me just let's find out more what's happening on the 1 minute. For the S&P, right? It still has room. 666. What a number. 660. So here we are. 775 is, you know, you can have a resistance stepping in from the resistance trending line. That's just $452, guys. Not the most exciting exit. Definitely not. Risking so much just for 452, but still is definitely not the most exciting entry I had, so I have to survive out of this situation somehow. We could have a problem with this resistance line. We could have another rejection throwing us back here. Wow, look at that. We could have another, you know, rejection throwing us back here, or even from here, as we're speaking about right now, we could have, and we already see the rejection. I mean, crazy. We didn't touch yet the trending line, not even for the S&P. We didn't touch it yet. Not even here. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. $658, 660s. Do something. Got a massive DCA opportunity here. Massive, massive. Very interesting day, chat. 65% still believe we're getting towards 20,000 today. We're going to touch that. We had a non-stop lower highs, lower lows since we opened. And this is a very good chance here, guys. Very good chance. At least to revisit those 778. Come on, it's gonna be a fight, of course. You had a rejection coming back in the day at that point. You have a resistance trending line. You break out of that, we could target 845. But I have to unload at that situation something. Would certainly have to unload something. We get below this level, that's definitely not going to be enjoyable for me. We get below 720s. Look at that crazy 200 EMA delivering, guys. That's a beautiful reaction. Really. S&P as well is looking ready to continue back into 666. This looks like a structure breakout trading. Obviously, it's we got into at this point here on the left side in this cascade effect here with the red 1 minute candles. The entry is one of the worst. We're getting shot again, guys. I don't like this. If you don't respect 720s, I have to be out. $720s. We got an entry basically that looks like it has transformed into resistance, right? See you, Kevin, tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, Kevin, and have a good time. Enjoy the rest of your day, buddy. Close to be stopped out here. Very close to be stopped out here. The thing is, they could nicely reverse this thing back, right? Yeah, we've been stopped out here, so I'm looking forward an opportunity a little bit lower here, around the 700s, if we get it. If we get it. If we get that opportunity.
Order filled.
We're We're looking for seeing those 680s touched, right?
Order filled.
So we have a 10. Micros short with a tight stop loss here. We're testing it out. We're testing this opportunity out. S&P wants to get back basically to the support level here. We nicely respected that so far. Moving back to the trending line would be lovely. That would also take Nasdaq a little bit lower.
Order filled.
Nope. It's not holding yet. Let's try to discover more, guys. So on the 5-minute with a previous high here established, with all the pressure we got here, guys, this is looking very good. Very good to be part of a long here. We could test out to go around the a tight stop loss.
Order filled.
With a market continuation here. This has been a level throughout the time. It also looks very similar to a head and shoulder pattern, right? Very similar to that. But there is no market continuation. No market continuation at this time. Look at that, guys. It's an opportunity of head and shoulder. An opportunity. So this 5-minute candle must have a nice wick. We are retouching a support level here. But I'm having a limit order deep here. An aggressive limit order, a buying limit order over there. Otherwise, I'm just gonna wait for now. If we get front run, it's not an issue. If we get front run, we will accept that. But we also have to accept the fact that the low we're currently dealing with could be the one. And not more than that. Even the S&P here deals with a support line, guys, so we gotta question this. Are we breaking below everything here? I got a trigger set for an extra position here in the market order. But still. We might be down for a failure, and I don't want to be stuck in a large size. S&P could nicely touch that 200 EMA and then run, right, which is below the support line.
Order filled.
Let's go for an extra 3 contracts here. And for a nice run back to 850s. A nice run back to 850s. No more limit order right there with 8 contracts. We don't need that much anymore. I would take 7 at a rate of 660, 655, 7. The thing is, it's quite deep basically, considering the loss that this account already has. It's quite deep, guys. There's not sufficient room out there. Not sufficient room out there. Everything that we got here comes in as, you know, strong buying pressure, guys. Everything that we got here. All the way. There's just, you know, spots of great reactions that we had. Look at that. This one, that's not good. This one, and possibly now. But whatever it comes from here. And from there is you got a zone of reaction, guys, here. A zone of reaction. From 690s as low as 650 and something. It's a place where it could react at anywhere, right? So look at that. It's coming. It's coming. Now we have to question for how hard and how long this is gonna continue. How long and how hard this is gonna continue. The S&P reacted perfectly. Might go for a retest of the resistance in the highs. Which is why I am in here with an extra 3
Order
contracts,
filled.
guys. We're on 11. And I like to add 2 extra.
Order filled.
13. We no longer afford here to break below this low, right? We will not afford that at all. Welcome, guys. We're streaming from Monday to Friday on Ticktick Trader for those of you that are interested. Instant funding accounts. 35% discount right now with a coupon code. You are trading and making money from the beginning. You're not going through challenges. Simply, you're making money from the beginning with the possibilities out of these 4 accounts. The one that is almost never discounted, actually right now it is not, is the 250k. But the other ones are 35% discounted, just like you see the price with a coupon code Scramble applied. The link is in the description, or I pinned this one in the chat. This is something that is a much better solution for the majority of people. Instant funding compared to the challenges. It makes sense basically to make money from the beginning. What a tough situation here. This is terrible. If you don't hold... Wow. then this is gonna wipe us out if it misses holding. Unexpected pressure, guys. At such level, unexpected. Still looking into the S&P here, which is touching that line once again, like numerous times. It has a form of reaction already. Nasdaq as well wants to react too. But there is a big difference. S&P reacted on a higher low, Nasdaq reacted on a lower high. Lower low, I'm sorry. Lower high and higher low, indeed. Let's find out more about the other markets. Nvidia, constantly doing this. Breakouts below the previous low and then quickly reacting. Bitcoin is suffering, but it's part of the usual volatility it has these days. It has totally slowed down. Bitcoin is waiting for a comfortable macroeconomical situation, guys. It's breaking below, and the max loss is going to be hit for this one, which will set us on pause for the day. We got the other two dealing nicely, two accounts here dealing nicely, so I did manage to accept an exaggerated risk for the third account. You have benefits of doing copy trading or not. This is a disadvantage of not doing copy trading throughout the entire package, right? So throughout the entire accounts, 3 accounts. That's the maximum you can have a Ticktick trader, 3 accounts. So if I would have done copy trading throughout the entire, then simply we would have been on max profit for the day, 1,500 on all. But this way, with 2 different approaches, you know, has advantages and disadvantages. If the copy trading is not functioning, if those accounts are not going to function with those trades, then you have days basically when you make money on the account that has been traded alone. That's right. That's right. That's very important, chat. Monday to Friday, that's when we stream before the US market opens. With 30 minutes we get started. We always started with a copy traded accounts, and we always do business with that one. Look at the S&P, guys. Look at the S&P. This is a good business of constantly trapping shorts here, just like constantly trapping longs in the top. It's a really ugly price action that we have. Really ugly one. So what's happening? If we break below this one, the stop loss is going to get triggered with a max loss. If we hold on to this low, obviously we have a good chance. But this is definitely not as expected. Hope you have a much better starting time of the week than this third account. Hope you have a starting time like this copy traded accounts. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff here. Possibly on the S&P holds that 200 EMA. I mean, time to show something. That's something, right? That's something. When you see a 1 minute green candle, you always tend to expect basically a continuation when you're in a such case, but it's definitely an emotional type of trading which is not functioning. It's never good. Pretty good so far in the shape we are, guys. Overall speaking, of course. Had a good accumulation in the crypto space in the altcoins in the past 2 weeks. Looked like they decent bottom. For the crypto space altcoins. Obviously, this is not a financial or investment advice at all. There is pressure here, and they did not reverse this one so far. We are very close to be wiped out here. Very, 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 very close. If we get wiped out here, it's gonna be over for the day. Good accumulation momentum basically for the crypto space that we had. In the lows we put together, we had about 95 days of downtrend for the altcoins. That's a lot. So that was giving us great time to deal with discounts, sometimes extreme discounts. Now this 1 minute right here, this push that we have, let's find out more the way it looks like on the S&P. Good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Look at that. This is part of the trading model based on hope. When you get a pool entry, part of the solution, which is a wrong solution and a fake one, is the hope. This is obviously not the way to trade. But we're enjoying the two accounts that delivered, right? So we had a good reading of the market. We've been making this money today on these two accounts without risking. So we always moved the stop loss to break even. We always had good entries. We went with the momentum. Look at that. What a terrible sell-off in this 1 minute candle. Instead of constructing from there another 30 points to the upside and then having a runner, you fully deny that. And now you probably take it back. The ETC is gonna move right now. S&P looks great, guys. Temporary bottom here for the S&P. Same story for the Nasdaq. Somehow I enjoy comparing them both, and I'd like to find levels that could help us. 4 or 5 candles of 1 minute would actually help us terribly. Terribly beneficial, chat. 62% consider right now. We will touch 20,000 today. Still much higher than the other solution out there. Is people believing that by the end of the day, as we get closer to the closing, we're going to break out of this structure here, which was nicely acting like this just to clear basically the, you know, certain traders. 712, that's what we got to break out. We have, you know, 760 is good target over there. Bunch of people probably expected us to slide below 655, right? Bunch of people shorted here during this 1 minute candles, which can nicely get squeezed right now towards the movements of the 800s. That would be amazing. Which is why I don't want to sell anything too early in this position. I'm willing to sit on a larger size. I'm willing to
Order
add
filled.
2 more contracts. That's what I did right now. We're sitting on 15. Added 2 more here for a nice continuation possibility. Back to this resistance line at the top for the S&P. That's what you want to hunt. You got so much liquidity here that you can, if you want to be bearish, then you can nicely do this, right? If you want to be bullish, then this is what you want to do, just as you did. $700s here hold us for a moment, for a period. 50 points spike is going to change the number. It is going to turn the wheel around. 50 point spike. 50 points minute candle. If you enjoy, guys, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, streaming from Monday to Friday. Doing instant funding Ticktick trader accounts. We got 3 accounts ready to go off 150k. Today we do have basically, these are the stats basically of today's performance. The copy traded accounts, 2 accounts are sitting on profit of 1,500. The third account is the one we're trading right now. It's sitting on a loss. We got some nice level here, guys. That could hold the market. Just as you see it right now. That 1 minute rejection makes sense at that level. Even for the S&P, it's the same story. It makes sense basically to reject at that level. BTC pumping. BTC, what are you doing? Are you ready here to deliver something above this 84, 800s, 900s? Get back above 85 grand by the end of the day? Is it Bitcoin preparing? Ethereum as well has been ranging here till it blows out with a candle like this. Look at that. With a candle like that, it just prints $600 quickly. Obviously, such price actions trigger $600 downwards as well most of the time. 720s on the Nasdaq. What's happening, guys? What's happening? We're back in profit. This is a good stuff so far. Nice market continuation. Come on. Let's get to the S&P 1 minute and see where does the resistance steps in, right, for the 1 minute. That's what I want to see. I got multiple options here. De-risking, partially getting down to 5 micros, but you know, then obviously making $2,000 for 5 micros is very difficult. And if I went through, I was $200 away to touch the max loss here. At the bottom, we were doing 655, $200 away to touch the max loss. And we didn't sold at that time. We didn't performed any action at that time. Currently makes no sense to move something. Move something around. Just as we got an aggressive swing towards the downside, I would still be happy to see the same reaction to the upside. Nvidia as well. Gold is trying to hold on to the 200 EMA 1 minute. But the big deal is on the S&P, guys. This is here at the top. Because my entry right now looks like an entry of a minor structure breakout. We're gonna discover if this one holds or not. It has all the chances to push higher. One minute Nasdaq is close to dealing with a bigger resistance coming from the resistance trending line. If we break out of this, then obviously the door opens for much higher levels. Back to 780s, back to retest the high we had during the day when we had the news. Retail sales, guys, today 0.2%. You already probably know at this hour. At this time of the trading time, expected 0.6. Massive difference right there. But still the FOMC and the federal funds rate is not expected to be moving around. 99% is going for a pause. Even in today's, not today's, even in at this round on March, it's going to be on 19th. We have been looking at the watch tool at the beginning of the stream. Beautiful move, guys, for market continuation here. Come on. Time to deliver the numbers. We're streaming from Monday to Friday. 30 minutes before the US market opens. It would be a very, very good situation here. A good winner if we recover a strong part out of this trade. A good winner. we get rejected here, guys, I get no choice but to exit. And the place I'm going to exit is going to be right below that powerful candle that broke out of the structure of 710, right? So right below that, I'll accept an extra $600 loss in this case scenario and just, you know, call it a day if that happens. Call it a day. Now we better get
Order
out here,
filled.
guys. We're gonna call it a day in this specific form, 2,000 loss. And that's pretty much it on this one, guys. Meanwhile, the first account that we have has a 1,519 profit, and the second account has a $1,516 profit. Look at the rejection here, guys, and I bet right now it is continuing aggressively. You know, we got resistance at this level with that trending resistance line. If it sends us back to this point, I'm not gonna like it. Great, so 2 accounts making 3,000, the third account losing 2,000. That's a total P&L of 1,000. It's good that the 2 profit happens on 2 accounts. It's good basically for the day. Going to call it a day, guys. Just like I said, from Monday to Friday, we're streaming 30 minutes before the US market opens, guys. Thank you once again for watching. Subscribe to the channel. The link for Ticktick Trader is in the description area, or, you know, in the chat. We got pinned. The coupon is Scramble for max discount. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. And hope you had a great day at trading. Hope you had good numbers at trading today. Looking forward to tomorrow. See you very soon, guys. Have a great time. Have a great rest of your day.